Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I said that I would do restorations on all of these fucking dolls. And, well, I will. It's gonna take a while. It's a lot of them if you can't tell. But, I actually wanted to do something else today, which relates to this Clawdeen right here. You may remember, if you saw my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to keep this doll just because I've always really liked the SHRIEK line. Well, fortunately for me, I have a couple options of dolls that I can use to unreboot this Clawdeen. A concept that was coined by my good friend Zombie X Corn. Would you believe we've been friends for longer than either of us have even had a proper YouTube channel that we posted on all the time? But, whatever. That's not what's important. What is important is that I need to go to the bathroom and pick out the Clawdeen that I actually want to use for this project, because she's not here. I'll fix that. Among the trash lot, as I've named it, there were a good amount of dolls. More than good. There's an unholy amount of dolls. And a lot of those dolls, well, few of them, like these ones, plus those ones over there. So those four plus these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9. It's like the ones that I'm keeping. I also got these 3 Clawdeens that have all their limbs and such, at least. Well, this one has all of her limbs too, but she's a mermaid, so she doesn't count as much. No, you still count. Love you. But she's not the focus. I got this budget Clawdeen, who I discovered has the same screening as the 2013 and 2015 reproductions, which is inspired by her original face. And I think she looks gorgeous. She does unfortunately have a lip chip, though. Where the hell did that come from? Whatever, it's not a big deal. But this doll is on a unarticulated body. She needs her neck peg thing, because we've all seen Delightful's videos. It's just a peg that looks strangely, phallic, but we're not gonna explain what that word means, and if you don't know what it means, don't Google it, don't Google it, children. Just don't do it, it's not worth it. Your face is not bad. It's not bad. So, something these dolls all have in common, other than all being Clawdeens, is that they all have purple in their hair, which is a common trait of Clawdeen's later dolls, but this is good, because, your part lines are on opposite sides. Whatever, it'll be fine. So, what I want to do is I want to rebody this Clawdeen, either onto this body or just keep her on the reboot body. Now, I really don't like the reboot bodies. They don't have the same posability as the original bodies. They're a little stiffer, too. What they did was they, like, thickened up the arms and such. They gave Clawdeen this molded-on fur, which some people like, but personally I'm not a fan. I just don't really like it. I don't know, it makes things, like, harder. Like, she can't wear bracelets like this. Sometimes it's more difficult to get certain pieces of clothing on and off because of it. It's just a strange design choice. I'm glad they didn't bring it back for the new dolls. So I'm considering either rebodying her onto this Save Frankie Clawdeen's body, or just putting her on the reboot Clawdeen's body. So I figured, why not try both? So I guess the first step would be to try these clothing, this whole outfit, on the original body, just to see how it fits, because as I mentioned, they are, like, a bit, like, thicker than, like, these little tiny skinny Monster High bodies used to be. Well, the way they still are. It was just this reboot phase where they did this. And this Clawdeen, let's face it, she just doesn't look like Clawdeen, so we can't accept this. But what we can do is we can try to make things better. So I'm going to strip this doll down to be wearing nothing and put it all on this doll body to see how it looks. So let us begin. Well, everything was going well, then my camera decided to fall over. We'll do the rest off camera, I guess. I never get to record any processes because of this. So here are all of Clawdeen's pieces next to the reboot doll. Some people like these bodies better, the reboot ones. I think they're okay. Like, it's honestly not that big of a change. It's mostly what they did was, like, thicken up the, like, actual arms, the legs for the most part. They changed the joints as well. Like there's just like a thicker peg. If I could get the arm out. Another thing I have to do off camera. So on the left is the original arm and on the right is the reboot arm. They actually reused the original arm for the Haunt Couture doll, but they reused this peg. I don't like these pegs just because it kind of limits the motion. Like whenever I try to like bend the doll's arm and I take it too far, it just pops right out of the socket. So I have a bit of a gripe with these, but overall it's fine. Yeah, still not a big fan of the molded fur though. She can't wear bracelets with this. With the reboot doll out of the way though, let's get to dressing this Save Frankie Clawdeen in this outfit just to see how the pieces fit on the slightly thinner body. Okay, the main outfit fits just fine. The bodies aren't that much thicker, so it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it might be like looser or something. It looks totally fine. So everything will work out. Because I don't want to use the reboot body because, again, my gripe with the arm pegs. So, woohoo. So I could totally just leave her like this, but I don't like the Save Frankie face. The yellow eye makeup and the lightning bolt, it just doesn't match the pirate aesthetic. So I want to use this budget Clawdeen's head. And for that, you know what needs to be done. Decapitation. With this doll, I should just be able to yank her head off because there's no mechanism or peg worth saving in there. So she'll be fine. I can just rip her head off right now. I'll do it on camera. I'll do it. I'll rip her head off. It feels so mean. I'm so sorry, Clawdeen. You know I love you, right? I do. There we go. Off with her head. So this thing looks totally ridiculous. It is... There was no reason to make the peg like this. I feel like they did this just so the heads would only move left to right, like intentionally or something. But overall, very easy to remove. Her head is off. I almost feel like I could just rip her head off like that, but I do want the peg to stay intact, so boiling water it is. Sorry, did I say boiling water? I meant we're going to my bathroom sink because I'm too lazy to go downstairs. Now we wait for the water to get hot. Okay, her head's not squishy enough. I need to resort to the good stuff. I'll go boil some water. Ugh, I hate putting effort into my videos. So, got the head off, but I did unfortunately discover an early onset problem. Neck breakage. If it will, yeah, you see that big crack? I'm not gonna be able to cram a head on there because the peg will just break off. This happened with one of my Mycene dolls. Yeah, gonna have to fix that. Or you know what, I might just have to end up using the reboot body anyway. I pushed the piece back into place, but I don't think that's gonna be enough, obviously. So what I'm thinking right now is super glue. And if super glue doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna resort to. Yeah, so let's try it out, I guess. Ugh, I hope this works. Tried to patch the cracks with some glue, if it'll focus on that. Why is it focusing on the carpet? The carpet is the least interesting thing here, come on. Yeah, trying to see if it'll hold. This moves around decently, so we'll just have to see. Will you go on without a fight, or will it be fine? Only one thing will tell. I am scared. And now for the grand reveal. It went on without incident. We're fine. We have lived to see another day. Also, fun fact, this head doesn't want to go on this body, so it can just helicopter. I may have no idea what to do with these now kind of defunct dolls that I don't really need anymore, but I know exactly what to do with her. She's going on the Clawdeen shelf, by the way. So here is the new and improved SHRIEK Clawdeen. So I really like the way she came out. I did switch the side of the ponytail, and honestly, I kind of like it better like this. I don't know, it just makes more sense to me, I guess. I like the way everything looks together. This doll's always been really pretty, it's just the reboot face that was ruining her for me. So I'm glad that I was able to fix that and make her into something that I really like. She will make a wonderful addition to the Clawdeen shelf. Do you guys want to see it? I actually have two. There's this one here with a bunch of Dracularas. Time to see the second one. This one down here in the dark, because the lighting is terrible here for no reason. It has a bunch of Clawdeens on it. I'll put her here. There we go. Why is it so dark over here? Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope to see you in my next one, where, we will, we'll do something. I don't know. Peace. Adios.